So I got to be honest, guys. I was concerned when the layoffs happened that we were going to lose our One Piece fans.
That's us.
Among the editorial staff, but thank God.
Are we ready to be joking about this?
You guys are still around. Too soon, One Piece? Maybe not the game One Piece?
Yeah, don't joke about One Piece, Brandon.
No, surprised that not only one person was willing to play and talk at length about One Piece, but two, rather, enthusiastically.
Yeah.
Dish it out. Hit me with it. One Piece. Don't hold back.
Well, I guess I should say up front, Brandon, that I'm not necessarily a One Piece fan. I was just very interested in playing this game.
And I'm sounding very condescending. One Piece is certainly looks like a lot of fun. Definitely looks like a game that knows what it is. And certainly a lot of fighters, certainly a lot of craziness going on in that game. Lots of personality. What did you think, Elise?
I've never played a One Piece game and wouldn't say I'm a fan either, but I know enough about the series and have seen some of the manga, some of the anime.
What do you have to know going into this game? Someone had never played it and you wanted to prep them a little bit.
The basic story is there once was a pirate king. I believe his name was Roger, and he hid the One Piece somewhere in the world. The world is essentially like 90% water and then maybe like 10% islands. And so Luffy B. Monkey is the main character, and he's the captain of I think it's the Thousand Sunny, or it might be the, I don't, it's so convoluted.
But here's the thing, Brandon, you absolutely don't have to know any of that.
Good.
The
Do you, though?
Yeah. I think the game introduces itself really well. It introduces each character and gives them little title slate, which is probably even annoying to fans. I know who Luffy is, but to us, it's just like, hey, here's who this is. And I think like gives each character a funny line as they're introduced as well. I really appreciated that as someone who doesn't watch the show, how it brought me in.
I kind of disagreed because I sort of felt like if I knew more about One Piece in the background, that I would enjoy the jokes that were being made more. And as they're scrolling through their like rampant cast of characters, which just flew by me, I'd be more like, oh, there's that guy, he looks awesome, and I had my husband sitting next to me who's a big One Piece fan, and he was like interjecting things that made the experience so much cooler for me than if I had not had the knowledge and would have just been playing it.
Well, that's what you should do. You should go out and find a One Piece fan.
Yeah.
People should put themselves up on Craigslist. Just give me a call. Come
Marry
over
the
and
person. Have
we'll talk about it. Yeah.
Marry them. Forge a long.
You could Skype them in, maybe. Is it fun? Fun game to play?
It is.
Yeah.
So my feeling on this game is actually that its license, it being a One Piece game, might be hurting the game itself. I think so. The game takes place on an island that I don't think is in the universe of the show. Basically, you're on an island. You have a city. You can build the city, and you go on quests to find the other people in your party, and also find materials to build up your city. I love
that.
I love games
that.
like that.
I'm a sucker for stuff like that.
But it's hiding within a One Piece game that you would totally ignore otherwise, and that's what's really weird about it to me.
I don't know if the island is part of the game. It might be, because as I was playing, and then I entered the zone that was like the half fire, half ice. I was like, oh, this is just a standard video game world. But then James is like, oh no, half the island is ice, half the island is fire. That's just how it always exists. Because two guys had a battle. And
Oh,
that's
cool!
how
Really?
Yeah,
So
and I'm
there's
like,
some.
there's so much. And like, do you know about all their powers, all their unique powers, and how they got them?
No.
Which is, I think the manga, I believe it's the same artist or creator that writes the manga and then draws it, but it's like he wrote it specifically for a video game, because they all have their unique powers, because in the One Piece universe, there's fruit that each individual fruit can give its eater a different power. So like Luffy has his stretching thing because he ate a stretch fruit.
Okay.
And Tony Chopper is an anthropomorphic deer because he ate a fruit that turns animals into human hybrids. And the guy that's the skeleton, he ate a fruit that gave you eternal life, except he died, and then the only thing that didn't decay of him is his skeleton. Like, there are all these cool things, and in terms of video game mechanics, I thought, oh, I probably just can't go into the water because that's a standard video game mechanic and I'll die. But then James was like, no, you can't go into the water, because in the One Piece universe, if you eat the fruit and you go in the water, like, you'll die or whatever.
Oh, you lose your sweet power.
Yeah, and I was like, that's such a video game thing, but it's like he designed the manga in mind of...
Yeah, that is really cool.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I wish I had known so much more playing, because it just all seemed really cool.
Yeah, you do die if you go in the water.
but it's not like your standard. I don't know.
Yeah,
I was
exactly. I think
So
that
you
is
can
really
navigate the world in third person. You can run around the island.
Yeah,
and-
it's a lot like Kingdom Hearts to me. The way that you control the camera, the way that you got like Traverse Town, and then you go on these missions with 2 other dudes behind
Yeah.
you. It's a lot like that actually.
Luffy even kind of has that Sora run.
He's got a Sora run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And definitely seems like a series that plays up the characters. You know, it's kind of all about getting in and unlock. Do you have to unlock them, or like in the
You
story
have to
you
save
pick them up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems exciting. You know,
It is. It's a good game.
It's fun.
It's a really good summer game, I think, in that like you're rewarded for doing multiple quests of multiple playthroughs through it.
good game to release in the summer actually, in like the hot summer months. A game where you're like out in the open sea and
Yeah.
a very sunny, colorful game.
Yeah.
Technically, something that holds up to like the Naruto games or any. Is it pretty? Is it just kind of like general?
pretty.
It's very, very pretty. Just
Yeah.
like you said, visually, all the colors they stand out, and I enjoy games like that are.
Who's the guy? Frankie. He's got 2 huge arms. He combines them in the air and it turns into a star. There's just like weird stuff that like even like as someone who hasn't seen the anime or the manga, it's just fun to see those things that are like cool ideas. You know what I mean? It's fun to be exposed to those.
Is it ever serious at all? Does it actually say like, oh no, but there's like a bad guy and there's a whole like plot? Is it just kind of like whatever, we're all getting
Usually-
together and having fun?
Usually the bad guys are like bumbling idiots as well. So
Yeah,
They have-
I ran into a serious guy called Crocodile who had a cigar.
oh yeah.
And it was like a little serious for a moment, but I mean the characters don't take Luffy's not like taking himself too seriously about it. He's like, no, I'm just gonna come thump you, you know, and he just does it, you know.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a fun game.
And there's different modes, so if you want to show a friend like, oh, let's just go into a couple quick matches, you can just jump in and.
Oh yeah, did you try
Fight.
co-op?
We did co-op because I played the first chapter myself, and then the second chapter I was like, because I said to you I was going to try the co-op,
Yeah.
which is also very, very fun. Like
Cool.
like a summer game to play that, sit down with someone and just play through it. Is a blast. I didn't do the battle mode though.
I did do battle mode. That's got its own story. It's got like a Coliseum, like just strictly battle mode, but it has its own narrative through that even.
So you played this on PlayStation 3. What other consoles? I know we have it for 3DS, which I'm kind of curious.
I think it's also on Vita and also on Wii U.
Oh, okay. Seems like a good Wii U game if that's like the only console you own and you're kind of stuck looking for fun games.
Always a little jab at the
Seems
Wii U.
like you poke and you prod with your stealing knives at the Wii U.
You know what? Yeah, the thing is though,
What
like,
did he do to you?
even if you have a PS3, like this is a cool game to pick up right now. You know what I mean? Like
I'm saying you own a Wii U and you don't
yeah.
own any other console, and it fits more into, you know, I've been playing that Mario Kart 8, and this game looks fun and colorful like that, you know,
Sure.
if I'm into like fighting games.
Yeah.
A tough fighting game to learn, like, are combos
No.
tough to pull off, or no? And it's like,
Did you ever do those things where it's like the bursts, where it gives you a list of the combos you have to do, and then you go into burst mode?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's if you're into it, if you want to get into like the technicality of like doing combos, you totally can. You
Yeah.
can totally get by also mashing square.
And in co-op, you can also sync your attacks with your other player too, which is fun.
Like you both have to hit R1 and circle
Yeah.
at the same time.
Well, I don't remember exactly how it was, but
That's
you
cool.
did.
though. That's cool.
I think it was that you did have to, when your meter was full, and then you hit R1, someone else hit like circle. Or, yeah, it might be.
so other than like YouTube and torrents, where can I get me some One Piece if I want to like train up on this game? Like, is it on Netflix? Is it on Hulu? Is it on
Shoot, I
Amazon?
don't know if it's
Is
on
it like-
Netflix right now.
I think it used to be on Netflix, probably on Crunchyroll.
Oh, sure.
But isn't it like 500 episodes at this point?
It's hundreds of manga issues, and it's like, yeah.
You
I
just
don't know if
jump
it's
in. One
100.
Piece roulette. You know, you just
Yeah, I
you
think
just
it's
grab
like-
some random episode somewhere and.
And I don't
And,
know where this game takes place within like the canon of those episodes. It might just be like a standalone outside of.
It seemed
the
like a
series.
story.
that way,
I actually
yeah.
remember from the trailer selling it. Is all I know about games is just from trailers.
From the trailer, yeah.
Yeah, they sold it like there was a new story that was written by the guy who created the show, so that it was unique, but again, like not something that's like pivotal or just like totally changes everything.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
both
very
X-Files
isolated. You
movies.
got your
You're
own
just
little
like,
island.
it's fun.
Yeah.
Man, it just made me want to go and like read One Piece or watch One Piece.
Can you take a shower?
In One Piece,
Yeah, would the water from the shower take away your
Oh,
fruit power?
I don't know.
can't take a bath.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a
long
tough
as you-
trade-off. Like, would you be super stretchy if you could never take a shower? Brandon.
And how long do the powers last?
Forever. That power lasts forever.
Honestly, as far as my goals as a human being, super stretchy doesn't really help me.
My question that I don't know is like, could you eat another fruit that negates something? These are the questions.
These
that
are
we
the
need
questions.
to find out.
I'm looking for a fruit that keeps me awake for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
That'd be a great fruit.
I love that.
That's not caffeine because that also makes you poop 7 days a week.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad that you guys played One Piece. I'm glad that you guys both, jumped in. Are you gonna play some more, or is one of you? Are you like
stream
stealing the
it,
game now? It's
too.
like, no, it's my PS3 game. I'm gonna play One Piece
I might
more.
want to play it more later this summer. Yeah, that was a good game.
Yeah.
Good fun summer
Because
relaxing game.
I want to build up like just city building. To me is just the most fun. Like you build little like shops and a restaurant, and somebody's like, "Hey, will you build me a restaurant?" You're like, "Yes, I will." Things like, "Oh man,"
By
such a-
punching people in the face. Let's
Such
do
a
this.
positive feeling.
Yeah.
Thank you for the positive feelings, guys.
Thank you.
And
Brandon.
you.
まだ私の話がお願い聞けばいいんだよな。じゃあそれで頼む。ねえ本当男に二言はないわね。ああ